Hello guys, this is TarolinSchofield. We've got a page from my binder which has all kinds of different cards. This is going to be a deck ideas video, so you can talk to me about all the different cards that you like. First thing we're going to talk about is Cryptic Command. Yes, it's the 3 blue, 1 generic. Choose to counter target spell or return target opponent to its owner's hand, or tap all creatures your opponents control or draw a card. Now, obviously, a very good, very good card. What do you think, though? Have you done anything different with this card? Is there other things that? Okay, it's pretty much in the text of what you're going to do with it, but is there? Tell me about what experiences have you had with this card? Did you win games with this? Did you play mid-game? What is the best way of putting this card out there? Okay, next up we've got Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn. Of course, 15 generic. Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn cannot be countered. Cannot be countered. When you cast Emrakul, take an extra turn after this one. Flying, protection from coloured spells, annihilate a 6 when Emrakul is put into the graveyard from anywhere. Its owner shuffles his or her graveyard into his or her library. 15/15, of course, an absolute beater. What can you do with this card? How can you get this out? What is the best way that you've ever got it out? Did you win the game with it? Did you lose the game with it, even when you've taken the extra turn? And is there a different way of playing this card? I think my best way of playing this card is when I played Summoning Trap. Look at the top 7. He comes out. Of course, you don't get the extra turn, but he came out as a 15/15. I think 15/15. That can't be. Well, flying is good for a 6 mana cost. Now we're moving on to Lotus Cobra, Mana Acceleration. How would you play this card? Is there a certain way that you want to do it, or do you just play as a Mana Accelerator? Is there any combos or anything like that? Army of the Damned, 3 black, 5 generic. Put 13 2/2 black zombies creatures tokens onto the battlefield tapped, and you can play with a flashback for the 3 black and 7 generic. How would you play it? Is there a certain way of getting it out early? What was your experiences with the card? Is it too expensive? Is it unplayable? Or have you really found a way of getting it out and making the most of it? Phyrexian Vat Mother. Do you think this is a good card? It's a 2 black, 2 generic. Infect, 4/5. At the beginning of your upkeep, you get a poison counter. Have you played this card, and what do you think of it? Does it need a really aggressive deck to make it work? Or do you think that this card is just, it's not the best, there is better ways to gain Infect wins? Or is there just things that should be avoided like this? Is there something better that you can play instead of it? Mishra's Factory, a very old school card. It's a land, add 1 generic to your mana pool, tap 1 generic. Mishra's Factory becomes a 2/2 assembly worker artifact creature until end of turn. It's still a land, and you could tap it. Target assembly worker creature gets +1/+1. Of course, on blocking, you can make it a 3/3. You just block, tap, give it +1/+1, so it can be a 3/3 on blocking, 2/2 on attacking. Very good land. Again, have you used this card, and has it done well for you? Glissus the Traitor, 2 green, 1 black. Legendary creatures, so this can be quite a good EDH, maybe, commander. Zombie Elf. First Strike, Death Touch. Whenever a creature an opponent controls is put into graveyard whenever a creature an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you may return a target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. It's a 3/3, so First Strike, Death Touch, so it could have 1 power and it would be okay. First Strike, Death Touch. The only thing is the -X's, but this card is insanely good. It gives you the artifacts back to your hand from where you say you can play some really good artifacts and just get them back out of this. Malefagor from Conflux, I believe. 2 red, 2 black, 2 generic. Again, legendary creature, so it can be used for commander. Demon Dragon, flying 6/6, so it's quite good for 6 mana. When Malefagor comes into play, discard your hand. Each player sacrifices a creature for each card discarded this way, so it's an excellent. I reckon this card will be really good in commander, actually. Does something really good. Discard your hand, yeah, I'll put a bunch of flashbacks in. Army the Damned in away and then go crazy. I like it. A demon cannot be trusted and a dragon will not be ruled. Okay. Of course, and we've got Tezzeret. Of course, I've seen Open the Vaults used with this card so much. It's one of those cards where you just look at it and it thinks it's insane. So it's a 2 blue, 3 generic. Firstly, +1, untap 2 target artifacts. -X, search your library for an artifact card with convert mana cost X or less, and put it onto the battlefield and shuffle your library. Yeah, I'll be a mighty. Yeah, I'll get a couple artifacts that cost 0 and just place them onto the battlefield for 0. Yeah, if they're just got them, hopefully they'll be good ones. -5. Artifacts you control becomes 5/5 artifact creatures until end of turn. Yeah, Open the Vaults. I think we know the play there. Go crazy with Tezzeret. Excellent card. What have you done that with this card, or is there other ways you've used it? Again, put it in the comments. Overall, very good, interesting cards of how you would play them. Just depends how you play them, really. Put all comments of what you want to. What you would do with these cards. They are all excellent cards. They've all seen their plays, but I wonder and see what your experience is with them. So please put in comments. I'd like to say thanks again, guys. More videos will be coming. This is TarolinSchofield. Out.